Hey guys, welcome to the first video of database management systems, and today we are going to learn how to create tables in database, inserting values in the database and deleting the same. So for that you need to download MySQL, install it successfully. Then you need to open MySQL folder, go in the server, bin folder, and here you need to open the command prompt. You need to write MySQL-u root-p, then type the password that you set during installation, and here we go. We are all set to start writing queries. So the first thing that we need to do to create a table is to create a database. So to create a database, we need to write create database and the name of the database that we want to give. For now, I am giving the name as organization. Create database are the keywords over here, and organization is the name of the database that I'm giving. To see if our database has been successfully created or not, you can write show databases and it will show you the database that we created. These all are the databases that I created, and this one is the one that we just created. Now you need to write use and the name of the database that we created to make the tables in the specific database. Now what we'll do is we need to create tables. So to create a table, we need to write create table and then the table name may be employee, opening bracket, closing bracket, and semicolon. And you need to give the domain type of each attribute that we'll be entering. So the first attribute is going to be employee ID. It's going to be integer. It can be an integer or a character or a varchar. So you can write either int or you can specify char and the size of the character string length, that is 5. If you write int, then it has to be compulsorily numbers or integers. But if you write char, you can include letters in your employee ID. Here I am giving integer. Then you have to write, you can take another attribute. Here I am taking name and I am writing varchar. Varchar stands for variable character length. It can be of any length in the mentioned size. Here I am giving 10. So any string that is of length 10 or below is accepted. While when we write just char 10, then it has to be compulsorily the length should be 10. So while writing varchar, the name size can vary till 10. The next attribute I'm giving is salary, and I'm writing numeric, and we have to specify the length. Here I'm giving 8 and 2. 2 tells us that we can have values, 2 values after decimal place, and in total we can have 8 values in our salary amount. And yes, our table is created. If you want to check if your table has been successfully created or not, you can write show tables and it will show me tables in organization, that is our database's name, and we can see employee table has been successfully created in this database. To see if our table has taken all the attributes correctly, we can write describe employee and it will tell me that the fields are employee ID, name, and salary. Their types are integer, variable character, and decimal, that is numeric. We'll learn about the keys and default and all that in the later videos. So our table is successfully created. Now we need to enter the values in this table. So to enter the values, you need to write insert into and then the table name. Here it is employee, and you need to write values and then the brackets. So here insert into and the values are the keywords, and here we'll enter the values that we want. So the employee number, I'm taking employee ID as 1001. The name I have giving as Clara. Since the name is variable character length string, then we have to give it in the single or double quotes. Integer values can be given without quotes, but since this is a string, we need to give it in the single quotes or double quotes. Then I'm going to specify salary. So maybe her salary is 80,000 a month, and I'm hitting the enter. Yes, our value is inserted in the table. If you want to insert multiple values at one time, what you can do is you can just give a comma after this, again enter the values. For example, first we'll modify these values, maybe John, and salary is 50,000. You can again start the bracket, give the employee name, employee ID, the name, like Cindy, salary as 35,000. Okay, I guess I missed something over here. Okay. We can add one more attribute, for example, one more record in our table. Here I'm taking my own name and salary maybe 40,000, and here I'm hitting enter. So yes, all the values have been successfully entered in our table. Now if you want to check that the values have been correctly inserted in the database or not, in the table or not, then what we can do is we can write select star from and the name of the table. We'll learn all these clauses, select clause and from clause in the later coming videos. But if you want to check if the values have been entered or not, you can write this query. Yes, all the records that we entered have been successfully inserted in the table. Now what you want to do is you want to delete the last record from your table. Suppose you want to delete this record. So what you can do is you can write delete from the table name, that is employee. If you just write delete from employee, all the records will be deleted from the table. All the records, every record, but still the schema of the table will still remain. You can see all the attributes just as they are. But if you want to delete a specific record from the table, then you need to specify a condition over here. So to specify a condition, you need to write where, and you can give any condition over here. For example, where name is equals to, in double quotes because it is a string, and I specify Anupriya, and then I hit enter. Yes, the value has been deleted. You can use upper arrow keys to go to the previous query, and yes, it has been successfully deleted. Now, if you want to delete the whole table, you want to remove the attributes as well from the table, what you can do is you can drop the table. So for that you can write drop table and then the table name. This will delete the whole table including the attributes as well. Here the point to be noted is that the delete command is used to delete a specific entry or all the entries from the table. You can just write delete from employee and all the entries will be deleted from the table, but the attributes will still remain. But when you write drop table employee, then all the attributes as well will be deleted. The whole table will be deleted. So let's try this. Yes, our table is deleted. Now if I write select star from employee, it gives me an error because the table does not exist only. The table is deleted. And if I say show tables, it will say empty set. So show tables command is used to see the tables that we create in the database. Show databases. The organization database still exists, but there is no table remaining in this database right now. If you want to delete a database, you can drop a database as well. You can drop database, organization and semicolon. Yes. Now if you write show databases, the organization database has been deleted from the list of databases. So alright guys, that's it for today. Stay tuned for next videos. Thank you.